Last week I asked all of you what features you wanted Apple to add to the Journal app. This week Apple announced iOS 27, iPadOS 27, and macOS 27, and the Journal app is getting a handful of updates. I've been testing the developer beta on my iPad, and in this video I want to walk you through what's new, what actually matters, and whether these updates are enough. And if you enjoy videos about journaling, productivity, and getting more out of your iPad, consider liking this video and subscribing. One quick note before I show the new features: most people won't have access to these updates yet. If you want to try them right now, you'll need to enroll in Apple's developer beta. Otherwise, Apple says the public beta should arrive sometime in July, with the full release expected this fall. Now let's look at what's changed. This is probably the biggest addition in the update. When I tapped into the feature, Journal told me to start writing or add a photo or drawing first. After doing that, it generated a few prompts related to what I had entered. For example, one prompt asked what a pretty good day meant for me. It also gave me the option to give the prompt a thumbs up or thumbs down, which I assume helps improve future suggestions. Honestly, I think this is the most meaningful update in the release. One of the biggest reasons people struggle to journal consistently is that they don't always know what to write about. The next update is pretty simple. Journal entries can now show more detailed timestamps. Previously, you could see the day and date. Now you can also see the specific time an entry was created. Apple has also added iCloud sync indicators. I only noticed this briefly, but if you ever wondered whether an entry had fully synced, this should make the process a little bit more transparent. Apple also says Journal now supports larger attachments. I did some testing with this. I tried adding a nearly 3-minute HD video. For me, it didn't display properly and just showed a blank box. I had similar results with a shorter clip. Strangely, photos didn't work either. Since this is an early beta, it's possible there's still some bugs that need to be worked out, so I'll keep testing this one as Apple releases additional beta versions. Apple has said this year's operating system focuses heavily on performance, and while it's difficult to measure these things precisely, the Journal app does feel a little bit smoother to me. Writing feels slightly more responsive, animations feel a little bit more fluid. I did still notice a small amount of glitchiness here and there, but overall the experience feels polished. Whether that's because of the Journal app itself or broader iPadOS improvements, it's hard to say, but I did notice a difference. Apple also mentions more intuitive journaling streaks. At the moment, I'm honestly still trying to figure out what changed here. Nothing immediately stood out to me during my testing. If I notice anything new as I continue using the beta, I'll mention it in a future update. Overall, this is a fairly small update. The biggest addition is definitely the personalized writing prompts. Everything else feels more like a quality of life improvement than major new features. If you were hoping for things like notebook templates, more customizations, better Apple Pencil tools, or larger changes to the app works, those still aren't here. That said, this is also the first developer beta, and Apple could still make adjustments before the final release this fall. So now I'm curious, what's the one feature you're still waiting for Apple to add to the Journal app? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.